Alright, once I did video by St. Carl of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone of goodwill, and shalom to your brothers that are preaching and teaching truth worldwide. And I would say shalom to the hopeful lit and your brother Kaya. Come back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Today's lesson is dealing with Jake today, celebrating Juneteenth. So let's look at this right here. All right, Juneteenth commemorates the day on June 19, 1865, when a Union general read orders in Galveston, Texas, stating all enslaved people in the state were free according to federal law. So this is according to Esau's law. Saying you niggas are free. Guess what? You may have been so-called, quote-unquote, let out of chattel slavery by Esau's law, but you ain't free yet, Jake. That, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Bam, nobody's going to redeem you. No one's going to redeem you out of this slavery, this bondage. We have a redeemer. His name is Yahushua. It's the only one that can get us out of this, predicament we in. Yeah, you may no longer have be working in the fields, working sun up to sundown. Well, check, you still working sun up to sundown. You're just doing it. You have a few more liberties, as opposed to being in hardcore slavery where you have less liberties. He just gave a little bit more freedom to kind of move around. But you still right now, instead of physically being enslaved, now your mind is captive. Your mind is enslaved. Because what? You're slave to the dollar. You're slave to your job. You're slave to your woman. You're slave to everything else instead of being a slave working for your Yahweh Shah. Instead of actually trying to please your power. What are you trying to please? Everybody else except for Yahweh Shah. So you slaving, you bending over backwards, doing everything you can to make sure your daddy Esau is taken care of. But you're not taking care of Yahweh Shah. How do you do that? Keeping the laws, statute, commandments to the best ability. So we're here, and it reads, Deuteronomy 28, verse 68, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So, hey, this is a scripture we often bring up, showing that, hey, we went into slavery based upon the transatlantic slave trade. And what we wasn't going to see our homeland no more at all. And it goes to that we were going to be sold into our enemies. So here it is. Scripture say you can be sold into your enemies. And Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. So scripture just said we're going to be sold into our enemies. Sirach 12 and 10 says never trust thy enemy. So why are y'all trusting him? It just said you're going to be sold into your enemies. Sirach 12 and 10 says never trust your enemy. So how come every 4 years our people go down to the voting precincts and cast their votes, cast their ballots for this goddamn devil? Well, the scripture clearly states, never trust thy enemy. And let me just finish it up. Sirach 12:10, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So the same wickedness that was displayed um, back in the 1400s, the 1500s, 1600s, it's the same wickedness that's displayed today, 2024. Same wickedness that he was displaying back then. Now it's more what do you call it? Covert. He is not as out in the open, which is overt. Now he tends to shield his wickedness. He's more cunning. He's crafty. He is that serpent. So he crafts up schemes, wicked plots, devices, wiles of the devil to do what? Trap you Israelites up. What's the trap he got now? Got you thinking that you're free, but you're not. But you will be free when the Lord sets us free. So, where was I at? Let's get this right here. This book of Lamentations 4, verse 22. Actually, I need to start at 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What is this cup that the Lord is talking about? It's going to pass through to the Edomites, to the daughter of Edom. That's that cup of slavery. Do you see these devils in bondage right now? Of course not. It said, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. So let's get this real quick before I finish that out. It said the cup is going to pass through unto thee. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. So guess what? The Lord said he's going to put all these curses upon thy enemies. He just told us, but we sold them to our enemies. And Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And then when I got, what was it? Sirach 12:10, it said, don't trust your enemies. So right here in Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, it reads, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So we were persecuted over here in America, Babylon the Great, and the various other captivities we was in. So the Lord said the same curses that was upon us. You go back to Deuteronomy 28, verses 16 on down. So the same curses that was on the Israelites, Lord said what? He's going to do what? Put those curses on our enemies. Trading places. So we can't wait till all these, even though the curses are starting to be moved on to Esau, Edom, and the other nations, but we can't wait till they fully are set in. When the full realization is, damn, we no longer the head, we are the tail. We can't wait till we have these devils up under our feet. Where instead of us being the tail, we'll be the head, then they'll be the tail. So, back in Lamentation 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup, which is that cup, talking about the cup of slavery, also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment, slavery, the punishment. Here it is. Juneteenth commemorates the day on June 19, 1865, when a Union general read orders in Galveston, Texas, stating all enslaved Israelite people in the state were free according to law. Lamentation 4 verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. This order right here that was read, that didn't say that a punishment was truly over then. Because Jake, we still getting punished right now. We not. It may not be to the full extent. All Israelites are just hardcore chattel slavery. But here it is: if you commit a crime, get locked up. That's slavery. On a more of a physical level. But when you're not in the prison system, that slavery is then on more of a mental level, because this damn devil is mental. It's exhausting out here. You got to figure out. You got to earn money to do this. You got to make money to do that. Just it's always this devil's raising the prices. Here it is, something that costs 50 cents a Snicker bar when I was a child. Now that same Snicker bar is smaller and it costs 4 times as much, which is crazy. I could take $1, I could buy a freaking Faygo. I can give me a Faygo, a bag of chips, and a Snicker for like $1 and some change. And and some chips. Because a quarter bag of chips, you can get you a Snicker bar and a Faygo for $1 and some change. But now, if you go, a quarter bag of chips is what? I think they would, one bag is, 59 cents? A lot of places don't sell Faygo, but if they do, it's $1. And then an average Snicker bar is what, like $1.59? So you can't take $2 to get that now. So here it is. So now you're basically a slave to the goddamn dollar now, because everything requires you to spend money over here in America, Babylon the Great, and wherever else the Israelites are scattered. If you're over in Europe, if you're over in Great Britain, it doesn't matter where you're at. You're still a slave to that particular system. So right here, Lamentations 4 verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So yeah, we're at that point where our physical, hardcore chattel slavery, that part, we're not under that kind of punishment. But now it's more mental. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Now that part is fulfilled. We're no longer going to go into hardcore bondage anymore. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That's the part we can't wait for. We can't wait till this damn devil, the Edomites, the so-called white man, and the other nations, they get to fulfill that 1,000 years of slavery. Somebody has to build up the kingdom of heaven. We understand that Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and the other nations, they're gonna be the recipients. When you address a letter, you have recipients, receivers. They're gonna be the main. They're not main. They're gonna be the ones that's gonna be receiving and be the recipients of that punishment, because somebody has built up the kingdom of heaven. And it reads right here, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom and the Bible Ball.